day once again, my wonderful and amiable listeners. I bring to you another news headline. Nnamdi Kanu's brother declares self-defense in Southeast. The news in full. Brother to Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Kanu has declared self-defense in Biafra land. He said in a post on his supposed Twitter page, Mazi Kanu, an unverified Twitter account, the Ipob leader's brother warned the federal government to take a lesson from the ongoing war between Ukraine and Russia, adding that in the next 48 hours, men will take to the streets and defend themselves if the federal government continue its aggression in the southeast. His tweet reads, "Dear Government Nigeria, let it be clear that 2022 is not 1967. Take a lesson from Russian-Ukrainian war. If you continue with your aggression in Biafra, men will be on the streets of Biafra land within 48 hours. We have to defend ourselves." Kanu, the younger brother of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, who also suspended the sit-at-home order in the south region then, coming a few hours after the secessionist program insisted that it would go back to a decision on the lockdown. In a statement, Kanu stated that the sit-at-home process was suspended to allow students in the region participate in the activities of the National Examination Council, NECO, during that time. He said that time, and I quote, "Ipob has listened to the pleas from well-meaning individuals and groups within and outside of Biafra. We consider the fate of our children who will be involved in the NECO exam. Based on that, we decided to shift the grounds over the sit-at-home order," Kanu said. He also said then, Ipob, having realized the academical deprivation and already marginalized Biafra students who entered for this year NECOs would suffer, and decided to suspend the sit-at-home order to take later dates to allow the students take their examination. Allowing the sit-at-home to go ahead as earlier announced in the face of the NECO exam would amount to assisting enemies of Biafra inflict more injuries on our children. As a group fighting for the liberation of our people, from oppression from our enemies, we realize that it will amount to assisting that the said enemies to inflict more harm on our children if we do not suspend the sit-at-home order to allow Biafra students to take their exams. Kanu, he also further noted that the sit-at-home order has not been cancelled but only suspended for the sake of the examination. He asked Ipob members to await further instruction on well-planned protest. Kanu, who his brother has been detained by the Department of State Services (DSS) over his agitation for Biafra. The Nigerian government had dragged Kanu to court over charges bordering on terrorism. The Ipob leader has been detained since June 2021 after his extraordinary detention from Kenya. Kanu, a brother of Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the Ipob, has warned Nigeria against the aggression in the southeast region. Kanu, in a tweet on Wednesday, said the Nigerian government needed to learn from the ongoing war between Russia and Ukraine, referring to the defense Ukraine had been able to put up despite engaging in a war with a superpower. He further noted that men would take to the street and defend themselves if the federal government continued its aggression in the southeast. This, he said, would begin in the next 48 hours. And his tweet reads that 2022 is not 1967. Take a lesson from Russian-Ukrainian war. He said, and I quote, "If you continue with your aggression in Biafra, men would be out in the street within 24 hours. We have to defend ourselves." Nnamdi Kanu is currently in the custody of the Department of State Services (DSS) over the agitation for Biafra. The Nigerian government had dragged Kanu to court over charges bordering on terrorism. Ipob leader has been detained since June 2021 after extraordinary redemption from Kenya. Since Kanu arrest, the army had launched military operation in the southeast region, which the military said was part of the measures to curtail the worsening insecurity in the region. Also, there has been clampdown on members of the Ipob military wing Eastern Security System, leading to the death of scores of the ESN members. Kanu, who is the brother of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, has come out to let the federal government know that it would not hesitate to put men on the street within 24 hours to defend themselves. Ever since the Ipob leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, has been detained since June last year, 2021, after his extraordinary redemption from Kenya, the army had launched military operation in the southeast region, which the military said was part of the measures to curtail the worsening insecurity of the region. There have also been clampdown of members of the Ipob military wing Eastern Security Network, leading to the death of several scores of the ESN members. Kanu has bring to the notice of the federal government that it would not hesitate to put men on the streets of the southeast region, that they have to defend themselves as the region is getting more out of hand. The brother to the leader of the indigenous people of Ipob, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, brother, has come out, Kanu, to declare the self-defense movement in the Biafra land. And he has also given several warnings to the federal government that it would not hesitate to put men on the streets to defend themselves. He said this in his tweet on his Twitter account to the federal government. He said, "Let it be clear that 2022 is not 1967. Take a lesson from the Ukrainian and Russian war." He also told the federal government that if they continue with their aggression in Biafra, he would not hesitate to put men on the street of Biafra within 48 hours. He said that since the army had launched the military operations in the southeast region, which the military said it was part of the curtail to worsening insecurity region since Nnamdi Kanu's arrest. He also made us known that there was a clampdown of members of the Ipob military wing Eastern Security Network, leading to the death of scores of ESN members. The brother of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Ipob, Kanu, has told the federal government that within 48 hours he would put men on the street to defend themselves.